When there's trouble, you know who to call. From their tower, they can't see it all. When there's evil on the attack, you can rest knowing they got your back. Because when the world needs heroes on patrol, Teen Titans go. Let's do this. Hello. Hello and welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things. I am your host. It is true. My name is Art Baltazar. That is me. My name is Art Baltazar, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, children's book artist, all-around cool guy, I guess. Sox fan, lighting technician. As you can see, I have lights now in my studio, shining, illuminating me for the masses, for you, for everyone to see. Eric Martin is here. Hola, Senor Baltazar. Hola, Eric C. Martin. You're a good man. Swig for everybody out there. Welcome to the show. Today, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to be here hanging out. So far, so good. Yesterday, I went on at noon. Today, I was eating breakfast at noon. So, I went on it a little bit about 1 o'clock in hopes to get more viewers this time. Because yesterday was I consistently had 2 people the whole time watching me. And we'll see what happens. Swig for everybody. Today I ate a cupcake with my daughter for breakfast. It was the kids' first day of school. The first day back. They were agonizing, all those isings. They were doing that the days leading up to school, saying, I can't go to school. It's a disaster. I don't know what to do, where to go. I don't know where my classes are. And so restless nights, restless sleeps, nervousness settles in. The girl goes to school. She comes home, and I say, how was school? And she said, it was awesome. So everything worked out fine in the end. So it's really weird to see. I kept saying, Dad's right. It's going to be fine. You'll be fine. You won't know where your classes are right away, but you'll get there. You'll walk around. You'll find them. You'll study the landscape. You'll study the map, if there's a map. Because I remember when I was in high school, back in the 1980s, they give you a folder, a Curie Condor, which had a picture of a condor on the cover. And then when you open it, the pockets had the schedules of the day, what times the classes were and stuff. And then on the back had a map of the school, because we had like 2 buildings or 3 buildings. I forget. It might have been 3 buildings, but or maybe it was 2 buildings, but one was top floor, second floor. I can't remember. But I know there was a map on the back because when I was a freshman, I would follow that map and it came in real handy. Swig for using a map. So I was hoping that my girl would have one of those folders when she goes to school, but she didn't need it. She said it was awesome. She started telling me what happened. So it sounds like a normal day in high school in the middle of January. So it did not feel like late August or early September. It felt like right where she's supposed to be. And I think the kids are only going to school like twice a week or 3 times a week. I don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. But they're out there, man. It's 7 a.m. to wait for that bus. Picks them up and takes them. But they're home before noon. She's home at like 11:30. So that was pretty cool. D. Brad says, top of the morning to you. Thank you. Thank you, D. Brad. You're a good man, D. Brad. And good to see you, too. Speedy Gonzales, love him. Yeah, you're Speedy. Speedy's now part of the show. Swig for Speedy Gonzales. A swig for all my people. And it says, the coffee's great here. Just don't drink the water. It's a little bit of a regional joke. But there you go, swig. And Speedy's a good member of the show. He loves to be with me. And if you can find a mug as big as your head, that's the goal. Because years and years ago, when there was a Warner Brothers store, Warner Brothers studio store, it even says it on the bottom. There's a label. Watch, I'm going to take a drink so maybe you can see the label on the bottom. Ready? Woo, I got more coffee than I wanted. But years ago, the Warner Brothers studio store had these mugs that were real awesome. I don't know if this was the only mug with only character on the mugs, but I know that I wanted this one. But it was like $20, $25, I remember. It was way too much money. So I just went back every day. Every day I would just go to the mall. Or when you're poor and you have no money, one of the big time killer things is you could just go walk at the mall. Just go walking around in the mall. After I would see Pulp Fiction, I'd walk into the mall and just walk around. Go to the Warner Brothers store, go to KB Toys, go to Toys R Us, just look at stuff. And then one day I saw that the mugs were on sale. And I was able to buy the mug for like $2. And that's how the mug became part of my lifestyle. Part of me. Part of my everything. Speedy Gonzales. Speedy Gonzales. And Speedy Gonzales is my Grandma Hopi, my Grandma Hopi's favorite cartoon character, because he would run around in Spanish, riba, riba, and run around, and she would just laugh. She'd be crocheting in her chair, and she would look up and laugh. She would laugh. So it was real cute. She would watch me and my brother on New Year's Eve, because my parents would go out on New Year's Eve and go woohoo, woohoo, and celebrate. And me and my brother would be at my Grandma Hopi's house. Esperanza. Abuelita Esperanza. We would be at her house hanging out. And we'd watch Speedy Gonzales in the morning with Daffy Duck and stuff. It's pretty cool. Andrew Clark says, Art, I went antiquing over the weekend. Saw some Silkies and a vintage bank, 2 deputy dogs, a Yogi, and a few others. Oh, that's cool, man. I do have a Yogi Silky. I saw Deputy Dog. I do not have him. But there's a few versions of Deputy Dog. There's a shorter one with a red cap on it. And he's like sometimes yellow or purple. And the taller one, he looks a little bit odd. But it's him. And I think that one's also yellow or blue or something. But I do not have that guy. But I just bought a Peter Potamus. Just came in the mail, like right after Christmas. I got it because I order stuff, and with the mail in the Christmas time mail, all the mail got delayed. Everything was crazy, but I finally got my Peter Potamus. I'm gonna do another reveal show. I was gonna do straight Flintstones reveals, but I got more and more Hanna-Barbera stuff to show you guys that I forgot about or misplaced. And I got a Peter Potamus over there, but now with all my light fixtures, I have fixtures here. I have a green screen. I took the green screen down today. I had it up yesterday for the show, but I didn't like the way my face, the tone of my face was pink. So I took it down and I ordered some lights. So I'm going to do some more light adjustments. So that'll be cool. But I got these cool lights up here now, which I really like, and they're illuminating me, which is cool. But because I've done all that, I have things on the floor blocking me from getting to my Peter Potamus. He's over there. and my daughter cleaned out her bedroom and brought me a whole bunch of books and said to me, Dad, these are all the books that I had in my room that you gave to me when she was little. And there's some cool books in there. All of the trade paperbacks of Tiny Titans are in there. All the Super Pet books. A whole bunch of books of my friends made. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to sort through that stack. But there's a lot of cool books that people would give to me at comic shows and stuff. So maybe I'll reveal that too. Maybe. That would be cool to do a reveal show of just random books that I have in my art studio. That would be cool. Oh, the comments are getting away. Here we go. Steven says, that's more than I ever got from my high school. Yeah. Swig for going to high school. Yeah, man, high school could be rough. My freshman year was awkward. I was okay, but I was always on the defense. I thought, someone in Chicago, because I'm going to Southside Chicago, I'm thinking, somebody's going to want to stab me. Somebody's going to want to fight me. I'm going to get bullied. But I didn't realize that I was 6 foot tall in freshman year of high school, so I was a big guy. So me being afraid of getting bullied, nobody bothered me because they were afraid that I was going to bully them. I was a giant guy in high school. You know, I don't know how much I weighed, 200 pounds, 6 foot tall. I was a big kid. So my sophomore year was a little better. Started to find my style. Started to wear some different kind of clothing, you know, breaking out of the baseball jerseys, hockey jerseys into maybe some clothes that I was aware I was picking out. Oh, that's a cool shirt. Then time I got to junior year, I became a smart ass. A young punk kid trying to make fun of everybody. And that's when I discovered the bullies. Because I would make fun of people and almost getting fights, skirmishes, if you will. They would see me, hey, Balthazar, what did you say yesterday? And I'd be like, I don't know. That make fun of your shoes? So I was that guy. But then at the time I got senior year, I was cool again. I was part of the art club and all that stuff. I had a lot of friends. So it's a weird climb up the ladder. You go from awkward nerd to kind of cool, to being self-aware, to being overstepping the bounds, then to being relaxed, sit back and relax. So I kind of look at that as almost like an adult too. When you're in your 20s, you're all reckless, doing stuff, trying things, messing up, and then 30, you're still kind of going through that, and you're maturing, and you realize in your 30s, well, that's something that didn't work. And then in your 40s, you're thinking, I don't have to do that. When people say you want to go here, you could say no. Finally, when you get to be 40 years old. Now when you're 50, I don't have to do anything. I just sit back and watch. I'm 52 now, and it feels good to be home. I don't want to go outside. So I don't know what it's going to be like when I'm 60. I just want to stay in and draw. I just want to, all the media and social acquaintances are all like this. It's so weird. So I'm dropping you life lessons here, folks. It makes no sense. It's all I know. Don't listen to me for advice. Just listen to me to be entertained. Anthony says, oh, I like these. Here we go. Wait, let me take a swig. Oh, this is good. It's got leftover Baileys in there from from another time. Swig. It might be good. I might continue that. Random question of the day. If you were the famous scam artist, what scams would you run? What scams would I run? I would do something like Shark Tank does. I've been watching Shark Tank a lot. And people come on there and ask for money for a percentage of their company. So I would be the guy on Shark Tank who lends them money but wants to get paid back slowly. Like, give me $1 for everything you sell for the rest of my life. I want to be that guy. But I want to have about 100 of those deals going around. So if you get $1, if they sell 100, you get a dozen, you get $100 a month, but you need about, a few 100,000 or whatever of those deals That's the kind of scam I want to get, where I want just my bank account to grow and me not knowing where the money's coming from. I know it because I set it up, did all the hard work. Maybe that's what you do in your 50s. You do the hard work, so in your 60s, you just go to the bank or check your online statement and say, oh, we sold 16,000 more T-shirts, honey. I don't know. I got 4,000 Patreon people. I don't know. Somehow like that. That's got to be a way to be done that legally. I know they used to do that. Apparently, the Soprano types used to do that back in the day. I hate saying that phrase, but way back when. Said, it's a nice restaurant you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. I wouldn't want to do that. Sweet for imagining things. D. Brad says, I missed what your mug says. Well, I'm going to show it to you. It says, the coffee's great here. Just don't drink the water. See, it's a very regional. I'm not sure if that's racist or not, but it's a very regional joke. The coffee's great. Just don't drink the water. What a picture of Speedy. My little mouse friend. It's true. I love going to Acapulco. I never been to Acapulco. I've been to Mexico a few times, maybe 3 times, but I've always went into the towns. I never been to the vacation areas. So when I went there, we were the richest guys in town. We were the Americans, causing a ruckus. People knew we were there, and but it was kind of cool because I didn't have a lot of money. I was a poor man, so we drove there and we stayed in my buddy Rayski's house. But for dinner, we could go to restaurants every day, and that was the cool part. That was what felt like we were the rich guys in a small town because we ate out every day. For everybody's struggling to put dinner on the table, we're over there. Yeah, let's go get tacos. So that was fun. I liked it. Sweet. But I haven't been back in a while. Haven't been back in a long time. We'll see what happens in the future, but I do not have plans to return to Mexico anytime soon. Steven says, oh, that's sweet. Oh, yeah, Steven, you're a good man. Leonard is here. Woohoo! Wow, I haven't heard Deputy Dog in ages. Oh, you musky. That's Deputy Dog. Sweet for Deputy Dog. Steven loves Peter Potamus. Yeah, he's cool, man. Peter Potamus is one of my favorite all-time characters. Cartoon characters, and as same as Magilla Gorilla. I love Quick Draw McGraw. I love Squiddly Diddly. Adam Ant. He's like one of the #1. I love all those Hanna-Barbera guys. Squiddly Diddly's cool. I just got a Soaky of Squiddly Diddly and Peter Potamus, and I got them after Christmas because they, like I said, they overlapped in the mail. They took a little while to get here, but I have them. And I got a few Star Wars figures that I just got. But not, maybe I'll reveal them on my next reveal show. Right now, everything's a mess again. I clean up my art studio. Then it gets messy when I want to do something. So I clean it up, and then I guess it's like when I want to work, everything gets messed up. And even my kids say, or my daughter mostly, because she helped me arrange everything down here and tidy up. She said, Dad, you're so messy again. I said, yeah, but I'm working, working. That's why when we got a house, I got a basement so I could put my art studio downstairs. And not only that, but I have a door. So when I'm done with the day, I could close the door behind me, and it doesn't bother the rest of the household. But if you come down here and hang out with me, there's couches, there's chairs, there's a lounge area. You could bring, I had a pizza down here before. You could bring a beverage like this. I bring a beverage. Sweet. There's books, there's toys, there's music, so you could have a good time. It's all true. I would never lie to you guys. But it looks like someone works down here. It's true. D. Brad says, I'm looking forward to seeing your Flintstone collection. Yeah, man. A lot of my collection is from. A lot of it's from the 80s. It's throughout time. I got it from 60s, 70s, and 80s. Because right before that John Goodman movie, the Flintstones were making a comeback, and there was a lot of collectible stuff coming out, and there was a lot of stuff at Denny's. Denny's restaurants had menus, they had plates and cups and things, and they had toys now and then. So I would go to Denny's quite often and just to go to buy the stuff. And the stuff was real cheap. It was like when you buy a Happy Meal toy, go to McDonald's, buy a Happy Meal toy, it's only $2 or $1, whatever. That's how Denny's was. So I buy a lot of stuff from Denny's, but they had some cool stuff. Maybe I didn't buy everything, but I did buy some cool stuff. And I have plushies. I have a lot of stuff. So I will show you that stuff. That'll be my next reveal show. I just have to get to it. It's true. Steven says, I have my Dudley, Squidly, Penelope Pit Stop, and Baba Louie Pops. Oh, cool. Baba Louie's cool, too. I have him in the Soki. And Penelope Pit Stop was one of my childhood crushes. I look at her. She's so cute. I just want to hang out with her in her car. I want to drive around with her just to see what she has to say, you know. She probably smells good, too, for an animated character. I'd wear a helmet, though, driving around with her because she wears a helmet. She has a scarf. It'd be cool. Andrew said, you should do an Art Strolls Down Memory Lane show and check out those old books and share the memories you have about doing each one. That sounds like fun. Yeah, maybe I'll do that into a Famous Cartoonist reveal show, and I'll just show you my books. That might be fun, because I want to do a reveal show too, where I show sketchbooks, and I want to position the camera where the camera's over my book, so I could turn the pages, and you guys could see the art as I turn the page. It'd be cool to go through each one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 books right here I'm working with, and I have several that I've went through already to get all the ideas out of there. So right now I'm working on these 7 books. I still have to transfer my stories to the digital page. But that's something I want to do. Show you my sketchbooks page for page on a reveal show. I think that would be cool too. So that's 2. 1 Flintstone show and 1 sketchbook show. It'll come. It'll happen. Kevin Bixby's here. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, Bixtone. I see you drawing all the time, sir. It's good stuff. Sweet. What's the good word? The good word is Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go. Today there is a word. The word is go. Go, go, go. Halfway through my senior year, I realized that I didn't have a problem with who I was. And you did well, that wasn't problem. And you did well, that wasn't problem. I grew up. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. It's kind of like you find yourself, you find out what you like. And the biggest thing for a lot of kids, and I knew it was for me, was finding your own music. Like I was with, I did pop music. You know, everyone likes Michael Jackson and all the pop music from the 80s. Madonna, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. I don't know who else. Genesis, whatever was on the radio. Phil Collins was popular then. But we didn't really have them on our Walkman, you know? We heard the songs. Maybe Michael Jackson album was played every day at home. But not a lot of those albums, I can't imagine them being played in your house. You only know them because they're on the radio. But there's a point when you're growing up where you discover your own music. And when I was growing up in the 80s, 83, 84, 85, there was the breakdancing and the remixes, B96 mixes and BBM, WBBM. I forgot what they called it. But they had the night mix dance parties. And so the mixes took over for one summer. And then I really liked that. That was cool. But I still didn't feel like that was me. You know, I liked it, but then I started going towards the U2, the REM, the Depeche Mode kind of music. I went more like that. I went more with bands with instruments. I like to watch bands play the bass, play a acoustic guitar. So I went a lot of that direction. So I went like I was always a Beatles guy since I'm a kid, but Beatles was always in the background of all of this music, and then you discover all of these different genres of music. You go through the trends, you go through the stuff, but a lot of the music stuck for a lot of my friends. And some of my friends became DJs because of that, the mixes that hit that summer. My friend Fernando, I went to school with Fernando from my 3rd grade, 4th grade, all the way through high school. And he's still my friend now. It's DJ Nando. He's real famous. So it's kind of cool to see influences from when you're a kid take you and guide you in a direction. And two, with me, I got into comics. Comic books never left. Comic books and Star Wars, and it kind of steered me this way. But music was a big thing, and I kind of like I'm a fan of all kinds of music. There's always time and a place, you know? I don't know what got me talking about that. I don't know. Kevin Bixby, do you have any Munster stuff? I do not have Munsters. I do not have Munsters. All I have is some Munsters comics because I worked on the Munsters comics. So I have a handful of the Munsters comics on my spinner rack because I worked on them. But all I really did was ink assistance. I assisted with the inks. I didn't really draw the characters. I didn't do anything exciting. I just made sure the books got to the printer. Swig. Let's just look. What if I did this with the lights? Is that a little better? Is that less harsh? Or is it like better the other way? I'm going to go like this. It's subdued. Oh, yeah, Tommy's here. What's up, Tommy? You miss me. He misses me. I am going to hit you up. I am going to text you and or possibly call you after the show. Let's do that. Tom's cool. He's got a show on YouTube called Comic Tom, and he's on Instagram, and he reviews a lot of cool comic books all the time. He does a show it's like a talk show with him and his buddy, and they're sitting at a table with headphones on, a microphone, and everything, and they show their favorite comics. It's really cool. Talks about the hot books, what's going up in value. It's pretty cool. D. Brad said, I had Pebbles and Bam Bam that could drink from a straw. Oh, did you? Back in the 70s. I don't know that. But that sounds cool. I know they had, I remember different straws. I remember crazy straws. I gotta look that up. That does sound pretty cool. Wayne is here too. Greetings, sir. Greetings, Wayne. It's great seeing you and the boys last night. Yeah, that was fun, man. We did an All Yeah podcast last night, and it was a good time. I felt like I was just hanging out with my friends. But I haven't been on there a lot, so I had a lot of, they were all eager to let me talk, you know. It was kind of fun. We all talked and hung out. I made them laugh. And then we even, after the broadcast, we even talked another hour and a half, me and Yoko Chips and Mighty Mike. We all talked for another hour and a half, just catching up, just talking about stuff. It was pretty cool. And the cool thing about talking to those guys is a lot of this stuff is off the record stuff we can't talk about on the air. So it's cool to catch up. It's more personal life kind of stuff and how you doing, how you feeling. But that was pretty cool. How's work treating you? That kind of things. But it was cool, man. I like that. I miss those guys. And that's part of what I really miss about no conventions, because I don't get to see my friends. And the weird part too is I've been doing this for, I think it's 28 years now, maybe 29. I started in 92. So this is 2000. It's 90, I don't know, 92, 2002, 2012, 2022. So almost 30 years. It's 29 years right now. Wow. I've been doing this for 29 years. So 29 years ago, I started going to conventions. hitting the road, driving around, meeting people. So a lot of the friends that I met on the road have become my friends now. And I'm still friends with them because we see each other often, and we're into the same things. So as an adult, I have different friends than I did back before high school, during college. So there's these different groups of friends. So right now, my adult friends are guys I met at conventions, but everybody lives all over the country. So that's kind of that's the hard part. I can't just pick up and go bring a pizza to their house because they're not here. Like Scoots in Ohio, I could go visit Skoke and Johnny, but everyone else lives real far. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to catch up with them. That's what feels good. Feels good to hang out with my brothers. Bixby said, I've been drawing a lot. Today is Count Von Count. I saw your the Count. 1, 2. I saw you draw that guy. Is that Count Von Count? Is that his name? The Count. Sweet for the Count. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, talking a lot today. Julian is here. Julian Lopez says, oh yeah, man. D. Brad is here. I keep calling my cell phone my Walkman by mistake. Well, yeah, it has headphones, and then it plays music, so it could be your Walkman. And it's funny because the kids were asking me about Walkman, and I was telling them over the holiday break, over my hiatus, I had a lot of downtime and time to spend with the family. So I was telling them that my age, it's like me and your mom have lived through everything. We've seen vinyl disc, we've seen 8-track players, we've seen cassettes, we've seen CDs, discs, we've seen all of this stuff. We've seen digital downloads. We've seen people get rid of their stereos because now it's all digital. And I'm kind of one of those guys. I wish I had a stereo system. I never really had a big stereo system, but I could go buy one and install it. But then I don't have albums anymore. Or they're probably, my albums are at my mom and dad's, but I never had a big collection because I have more cassettes and CDs than I do albums. So I was telling the kids that we went through all of this stuff, and they were starting to ask me questions. And I said the big thing was, like, when the first cell phones came by, they were in a suitcase, and you had to charge your phone. It was real big. You're holding it on your side. Hello, yelling at people. And then later on, we got Walkman, which was, you play a cassette, and it would ruin your batteries. And I said I would go through batteries. Just listening to one cassette would drain my batteries. And I would get on the bus to go to school, and I would listen to my headphones, and from school to back, and I'd need new batteries by the morning, unless I just listened to the radio. And so they were so amazed at that now on their phones they have hundreds of songs, and we would have one cassette with like 30 songs maybe. If we're lucky, they put 30 songs on there. It was like 13 songs on each side or something. And so they were amazed at that. So it's okay to call your phone your Walkman because it does the same things. But now it's a little bit more convenient, and it doesn't run down your battery so fast. It's true. It's all true, man. Sweet. It is all true. Let me see what you guys... What's happening over here? Steven says, I have my review site, Reading with a Flight Ring. Oh, cool. I got to check that out, man. Put the link in here. I want to read your reviews. It would be really cool. Dan Wisniewski says, hello. I'm jealous about your White Sox. I'm afraid my Cubs are going to be hurting for a few years. Yeah, I saw the Cubs getting rid of guys, man. I don't get that. Why would you get rid of guys? Both teams went to the playoffs. That means they're good, right? And build upon that success with better guys. Bring in more guys. But the Sox have been doing the research. The Sox have been getting guys. They're like, we need that guy. We need a guy for this. We need a guy for that. So I think the Sox are going to be better. I'm picking them. I picked them last year to go to the World Series. So I pick them every year, of course. But realistically, once the series starts, I want them to finish in a positive way. I don't want them to lose, but every year in the beginning, I always pick them to go to World Series, Sox World Series, because they look really good. They got that new pitcher. I don't know a lot of their names yet, but they're getting guys. But they got me upset when they got rid of James McCann, the catcher. He's one of my favorite players. And when they got rid of him, I'm like, oh, here it comes. They're going to dismantle the team. They're going to mess it up. But then they also have Yanni? Yeah, Yanni. I think his name's Yanni. He's the, I can't remember his name now. But I know his name when he bats because I always say it over and over. He's the catcher, and he does pretty good. He's more like the number one catcher. So McCann was number 2 or 3 at times. But I think the Sox had 4 catchers, so they had to get rid of a guy. But they traded him to the Mets. And my Mets friends, my friends who like the Mets were saying, Artie, who is this guy, James McCann? We don't know him. Is he going to be good? And I would write back to him saying, man, you know he's going to be good because I'm upset that the Sox got rid of him. And they're like, okay, thanks, cool. So that's what happens when the Sox get rid of someone you like. You're like, oh, man, what are you doing? But then the Sox recovered with their next few moves. So I'm like, okay, hopefully we'll be good. This officially will be Bixstone Productions' 21st year. Wow. Kevin Bixby. Grinded. You're in the grind, man. You're in the grind, just like famous cartoonist. 29 for me. 29 years. I figured I graduated college. This is the way I do it. I graduated college in 1992. And it was January of 92. I graduated college. And so the moment I graduated college and I went home, I thought to myself, I'm professional. I got to do this now. This is where it starts. So that's where my professional career started in 92. I could say that it's been 29 years since college, but I like to think this is my 29th year pursuing comics because that first year I had to figure out how to draw it and I figure out who the printers were. So it just starts. So that's where it counts. And my first book came out in 94. Finally hit the comic shop stands. Finally was ordered and put on a shelf in 94. So it took me about 2 years to get that going, but I'm saying I started in 92 and I'm sticking to it. Bixby said, no, wait, it's 22nd year. Oh man, you just gained a year right now. That's kind of cool. Wayne says, this was a drive-by shout out to you, sir. I have to run some errands, so I hope that you have a great day. Thank you, Wayne. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. All the way from the north, Sasquatch territory. Swig for Sasquatch. Always good to see you, Wayne. Hope you much success for your ventures today. D-Brad said, I sent you a picture of those Pebbles and Bam Bam dolls. Oh, cool, man. I will check that out. And there's Steve Lightman. Link. We will look at that later today. And it's all true, man. It's all true, man. Swig for being true. Julian says, let's see what Julian says. I'm listening to you while I'm working some Karate Kid fan art. Wow. Daniel-san, Mr. Miyagi. That's cool, man. I like everything that was said today. But right now is the time where famous cartoonist says things, turns into famous cartoonist draws things. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, man. D-Brad knows it. Draw. I'm going to do it. I lost 3 people already. That's what happens when I start drawing. People stop dropping out. But this is a page. I'm going to work on another page of coloring of Drew and Jot number 2. Drew and Jot book 2. This is page 118. 118. And this is a page I'm using for its color references because I need colors for Dr. Danger. I'm going to read this to you right now. It says, as soon as he finds out about Dimension X, this world, this realm, this sketchbook will belong to him. What are you blabbering about? Oh, this guy's talking right here, this little guy in the middle. What are you blabbering about? Dimension X is secret. I had to teleport to get here. There is no way your evil twin will find us. Can you see this guy okay? Maybe I should make him darker. Put a shadow behind him, maybe. But that's pretty cool. I'm going to save that. But I'm using this for reference. Let me see what I got. And I need this page for reference too, because I got the monster on there. And here he is. Here's the monster. It's true. Now I get to color all these lines. I get to. I don't have to. I get to. I see people dropping out. That's what happens, man. That's what happens when I start drawing. People are like, we like it better when you're talking, famous cartoonist. But the cartooning part, people leave. You could be a guy who talks is better than guy who draws. It's all right though. I'm not offended. But I know that any executive at NBC or CBS or something like that would be like, we're losing ratings. Anytime he picks up the drawing, starts drawing, people go home. People turn off the light and go to bed. It's kind of like watching the Tonight Show and then the musical guest comes on that you don't like. It's like, no, I don't need that. I'm just going to go to sleep now. That's what it feels like. But I'm not offended at all. Oh, I lost one more person. But that's okay. I should stop watching that and not let it bother you, man. Just do your thing, man. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I know what you mean. So I'm going to do some coloring. These are purple splotches. This guy is a big purple monster, purple paint monster. And I have to figure out where I'm going with this story, how to end it. Oh, yeah, I figured it out yesterday. But I need to find out how to get to that point. Because the story's getting really messy. It's getting messy, but it's still making sense. I just said messy, but it's getting messy. It's getting messy, but it's making sense still. Shut up and draw, Balthazar. I know. So the more I stay away from drawing, the more the critic stays away from me. Shut up, I'm always here, Balthazar. I'm going to get you and your family. See how evil he is? He's going to come and get me. Teach you a lesson. See? I don't know why the critic does that to me. Why he's so angry? I'm not angry, Balthazar. See, I got this little line. See this little line? Comes through that little nub. I don't know if I should color that green. I'm going to leave it alone so it erases, because right now it looks like a little nub coming out of his bottom of his cloak, if you will. I'm going to let it erase later. Yeah, why'd you do that? Boy, I forgot I wanted to color his mouth red, but I made it. I jumped the gun. Jumped the gun, as they say. I went nuts with the coloring of the lines. but now I want to color his face red. Color this part red. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Like today, I thought maybe. Well, I always intend to go on live around noon. But today, I was still eating some breakfast, sharing a cupcake with my girl, and she just came home from school at 11:30ish or so. So we had some things to talk about, you know. So my show went on at 1 o'clock, but I thought that may not be so bad. Maybe I'll get extra viewers because yesterday the viewers go down, man, once I start drawing. So yesterday I had consistently between 2 and 4 people throughout my whole broadcast. And I'm like, how am I going to get the people to watch? Maybe it's because it's Monday. Maybe because Martin Luther King Day, like it throws people's routine off because it's a holiday. And maybe people just aren't doing their thing. But now I realize it's just the drawing part. People don't like it. Some people like it, but then it doesn't keep. It's all right though. I like doing it. Plus I get my work done. That's the most important thing. I gotta get the work done, man. Gotta show the work. And I answered more questions early this morning about my interview with the Chicago Tribune, and it is coming out on Friday in multiple different papers because I didn't realize that the Tribune owned lots of papers. So there's lots of different papers in the area, Chicago area, that will have my interview. I'm excited about it. The cool thing about it is, like, when I'm in the Tribune, all my family and friends and loved ones, they see that as it's like a triumph. It's like, wow, you're in the Tribune, you know? And the Tribune has always been a paper where it's been in people's lives. Either you had a paper out as a kid, or you would read the paper on the train, read the paper at breakfast time. But it's always been part of Chicago, and the Chicago lifestyle, and just living in Chicago. Just like Harold's Chicken and Chicago White Sox, part of the city. It just is, you know? So that's a cool part about being in the Tribune is it feels very like success, like I made it, which is kind of cool. And then I can show up. It's the coolest part is like showing up to people's houses like George Bailey did when his brother was in the newspaper and he just gave people newspapers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and buy all the newspapers to just give them to people. Or they said my interviewer actually gave me a link where I could buy some of the papers. So I might do that too. I might just buy a ton of them. Just give me the papers. Otherwise, I got to go look at Walgreens and CVS and 7-Eleven, all these places to buy all their papers. But we'll see. It will be fun. I'm going to follow the link, my friends. Follow the link. So looking forward to that. It'll be my article, my interview will be online on Friday. It'll be all over the place. You'll see me reposting and posting. And that will be real fun. Also, I have some breaking news. I should have said it when there was 13 people in there. But that's okay. You can tell your friends, and that'll be just as good. I have a drop date. Thursday, 2 days from now, my son's new album drops. And he managed to get his music on all different platforms, including Spotify and iTunes. So I'm really looking forward to his music, and it's dropping all around. And right now on YouTube, there's a Gordon Baltazar YouTube channel, and right now he's set up his countdown. So if you go to his YouTube channel, you'll see the countdown to his album drop, which is kind of fun. He's really excited about it, and I am too. It's kind of cool to see my guy working. We got to do a swig for Gordy, swig for the working man. Do it with me. Oh yeah, this coffee is good. So I got to add these textures. This crayon texture I add to the back. See that? First I'm going to put it below. There you go. Oh yeah. Look at that. Add some texture. Let's see what else I got here. What is this? Those guys. That guy. What's that? Oh, okay. Let's see what else I got. I think I have another. This is page 121. Should I add some of this too? Or is it too much? Let's see, how much do I have? So I got more splotches. See the splotches? Those are cool. Should I add that splotch or this splotch? I'm going to go for this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is too much. Like, why is this? Is this multiple stuff? I'm confused over my own work. Let's see if I do this. This looks pretty good. And now I can get rid of this one. Like that. What do you think of that? That looks cool. I like that. Yeah, I like that one. Or does this one look better? They're both kind of the same. And this is the moment Baltazar loses all his followers. We're still here, Baltazar. Make it snappy. All right, that one. I'm choosing that one. Save. We're going to choose this. Page 136. I have a lot to color. There are some pages that are nuts. There's lots of color on them. And I think I'm going to go where the kids writing the story actually don't know what to do next. And then they're going to say, why don't we just start over? I might do that. It's going to mess up everything. And it's kind of cool because writing the story like that is kind of what is true to lots of kids writing stories, but also lots of writers who are writing stories and kind of write themselves into a corner. They write themselves into a hole that they can't get out of. And that's kind of what this story is about. It's unintentionally about that, where there's tropes introduced with these kids that, how do I get out of this? Well, why don't you try this? Why don't you do this? They could time travel or they could teleport. And a lot of times when I would write my early stories, my Crybaby adventures, I would always have a better time when I switched scenes. Like if I didn't know what to do, I would switch a scene. Like meanwhile in the desert, and then I show some guys in the desert walking around doing their thing. So that would happen a lot. And that's kind of what is happening in this book. There's no deserts yet, but I should put a desert. I could put a desert and a cactus. Meanwhile in the desert. I don't know. The cool part about this book is I'm having fun with it. And it's not really supposed to change the world, even though I am changing the world. But it's not meant to, it's meant to entertain. It's not meant to teach a lesson. It's meant to entertain. And I think that's what kids need. They need the entertainment. They need the entertainment aspect. I just want to enjoy something. Don't teach me a lesson. Don't give me an agenda. Just let me have some fun, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with this. It all makes sense, right? Don't twist your sorcerer's ways upon me, Vader. Whatever he told him. What's he tell him? This battle station is the ultimate power in the universe. It's all a bunch of simple tricks and nonsense. That's what Han Solo says. He says, watch it, Vader. I'm on to you, man. I'm on to you, man. You be careful, man. Because Leia also has the Force. She doesn't know it. And she only used it to float in the air. As we float through space, as we all witnessed in that amazing Star Wars sequel. Let's make Leia fly. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, do that. How else are we not going to kill her? You know, she should have just flown into space and that was it. They should have mourned for her. But first you got to get them all in one scene. But they're like, no, we don't need to do that. Luke Skywalker could be an old hermit who left his ways of the Force and his beliefs. You would think that after 30 years, maybe he's living on that island. He met one of those Ugnaughts, whoever those girls are, those weird-looking people, the aliens of that planet. He could have fell in love with one of those people. What do you mean, those people? He could have fell in love with one of those people and raised some little Ewoks of his own. Why not, right? But instead, Ray had to come back and remind him of his failure. Remember your failure at the cave. You know, I was watching Empire Strikes Back recently. I actually watched it twice since Christmas. And when Luke's on Dagobah with Luke and Obi-Wan's ghost, and they tell him, don't go. He's like, I have to go rescue Han and Leia. And he said, I should go. And then Yoda says, ever in motion is the future. He said, I need to go. And he says, help them you can, save them you might, whatever. He says, but you will have sacrificed everything they fought for. So if you think about it, Luke went to rescue his friends. But the outcome of Luke going there did not change the outcome of what happened to his friends. Han Solo would have got frozen anyway. Leia and Lando would have escaped anyway, because they escaped without the help from Luke. Maybe he distracted them a little bit, but they would have still done the same thing. So Luke actually went there and failed again. And all he managed to get was his arm chopped off and the revelation that Vader was, spoiler, that Vader's his father. But, so, Obi-Wan and Yoda were correct. Yoda was correct, said don't go. You're going to go there, nothing's going to matter. You're going to go there and just mess up everything. You should have listened to Yoda. See, Yoda's wise. Yoda spoke the truth the whole time. Don't go, Luke. Why? You're going to go there and they're still going to suffer. They're still going to get captured. Han Solo's still going to get frozen in carbonite. Nothing will change if you go there. And that's what he should have told him. And Luke should have realized that. Henceforth, if he stood on Dagobah a little longer in completing his training, he would have learned the secret. He would have learned the truth from Yoda, and Obi-Wan eventually would have told him, instead of him having to discover it on his own. Maybe that's always been a thing that's been apparent to Star Wars, but I just realized that finally now, after watching it all this time. I saw it many times, hundreds, perhaps thousands of times. But I just realized that right now, that if he only stayed with Obi-Wan and Yoda on the planet, he probably would have gotten stronger and Vader would have been defeated a lot easier. But no, he wished to rush in, wished to fight. Always looking to the future that he is. Never his mind on where he is, what he is doing. See, think about these things. That's how you know you're a fan. I told my wife the other day, the reason why I know I love her is because I think about her all day. Like if I didn't, like, it's not like, not like dreamy thoughts, but just like thoughts like, I wonder if she's hungry. What does she want to eat? I hope she's driving okay. I hope she's doing okay. Stuff like that. And it's not like it's just not like thoughts of romantic. I want to get flowers and all that stuff. It's always just like very simpler things. Like when you think about your kids, hope she's okay at school, stuff like that. So that's what Obi-Wan should have did. They should have told Luke, we already know what you're thinking, man. You got to do this, man. You got to stay here, complete the training. And Solo's still going to be frozen, still going to be tortured. And now the droids are in the hands of the Empire. The Empire didn't need the droids after that first movie, though. You guys listening to this drivel? I see you commenting. I will show some comments. I'm only at an hour right now. Feels like I've been working for a little longer than an hour. It's okay. Getting stuff done. I figure I got about 40 pages to finish for Drew and Jot number 2. Now, if I do 2 pages a day, I can finish in 20 days, right? That's kind of what my goal is here. I've been coloring a bunch of pages a day. If I can do this, man, I would have a lot of free time. But also I have to finish Gilbert number 4. And that's been a challenge right now because not the challenge of writing it, but the challenge of trying to get it finished. But I want to finish that one before April. But I think I could. Because if my game plan goes correctly, this book could be done in less than 20 days. So how many weeks is that? 4 weeks? 4. That's if I work every day. So just say 5 days a week. Yeah, that's 4 weeks. Well, I more likely work longer than I work more than 5 days a week. Lately, I've been going 7. 724, 765. Yo, Whatever, whatever the math is there, I've been doing it, man. I've been doing it, man. Da-da-da-da-da. So be ready. Be ready Thursday, man. Gordy's new album drops. I'll put a link to everywhere. And when his new album drops, the first song, the first moments of Famous Cartoonist Says Things for those next 5 days, I think he did 5 songs. The first 5 episodes of his new release, the first moment, one song a day will be featured on Famous Cartoonist Says Things. So I will start his song. I will play his song before I speak. I will play his song in its entirety, and then the show will start, and we'll say, let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you guys. So if you're joining me on those magical days, you're like, when's he going to start talking? This is a long song. Well, that's the point. I'm playing the song first. You guys like when I sing? That's cool. Tomorrow I'm trying to come up with an appropriate song because I'm worried, but also excited. Not excited. Anxious, maybe? But not for the event. I'm excited to see what else happens. Which, in the back of your mind, you're like, I hope nothing happens. That would be terrible. But then in the other part of your brain says, well, something will. And I'm going to be here to watch it. And I don't let these things bother me, but they are bad things that happen outside the home. Bad things happen. Bad things happen that people with crazy helmets and face paint, they get on the news, and that's what we have to look at every day. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If all the precautions that we took for Y2K, remember Y2K happened, and then everyone says, well, what was the big deal? Nothing happened. Well, maybe it was because we took precautions, so nothing will happen. So it's possible we'll have an uneventful day because of all the precautions, which I'm hoping for. That would be the best thing. So I'm trying to find an appropriate song to sing tomorrow without being too, without sending a message. Almost like I want to sing a song that's just going to be me as an observer. That's how I look at a lot of this. I observe. Because we, parents, people, us as citizens, as good, honorable citizens, we have our own things to worry about. Like, what's for dinner? Is Harold's on sale today? Stuff like that. And we just look at the TV. Once we turn the TV off, the news goes away, you know? Because it's funny how sometimes if I don't watch the news for a while, I don't know what's happening. If I don't go search in the internet, I don't know what's happening. It's when you do know what's happening, when you're watching it 24 hours a day, is when you start to get grumpy and worried and anxious. But if you kick back, just observe. Tag in, tag out, like a lot of people do on my video. If you watch me for 3 minutes, it's like, oh, this guy again. I'll watch it later. If you go through life like that, you'd probably be healthier. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? We know what you mean, Balthazar. Why don't you just say it? Okay, let's see. Can you read that now? The most evil is evil to ever evil. All things evil. That all happened 3 weeks ago with the arrival of the evil blot. I have good news, though. Last week, over the weekend, it was either Saturday night or Sunday night, my wife was watching my show. And she watched it, and I heard her laughing. And she said, "Wow, you're really funny." And all I was doing was talking about coffee, color the coffee can, and the little yellow guy on the coffee can. Because I was calling it a coffee bucket, and she was laughing. I'm like, see? I told you I could be entertaining. I'm the guy you married. Let's go. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I already know what you mean, Balthazar. Shut up and draw. You got deadlines, man. Where's my stuff? I know I got more orders yesterday. Thank you, everybody, for ordering comics from my website. I'm going to fulfill those orders. I usually fulfill things on Fridays. And then Saturday, I fulfill the orders on Fridays. Saturdays, I wrap them up, and by Monday, I go to the post office. That's usually what happens. That's how my work week works. Yeah, it works. The work week works. So I got to try to focus on getting pages done Monday through Thursday at least. Try to get a lot of things done as much as possible. And Fridays usually is if I have anything scheduled, like interviews and things like that, or podcasts or whatever. People say, "Hey, can we call you and record you?" I always pick Friday. It just seems a little easier. Because if it's Monday, then I feel like I waste my whole Monday and I don't get work done. So I have to do it all on Friday and then stuff like that. And Friday's the day when people could stay up late in the house. Makes sense, Balthazar. Yeah. It all happened 3 weeks ago with the arrival of the evil plot. So you claim to be the evilest evil to ever evil, eh? Nonsense. I should probably make the little purple guy when he talks. I should make his words purple, right? So I think on another page it was a little confusing. But I could do that. I still could. I might do that. So we know who's talking all the time. Nonsense. Or just leave it. Everyone talks with blue. You guys doing okay? I might see what you guys are saying. Should I do that? Should I take a break? Look at that page. This is a good page. This is a flashback scene. It goes back in time a little bit. Let's see what you guys are saying. But I'm going to show you Dr. Danger up close. Large and in charge and in your face. There he is. Raw! Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Because I went on for a little long there. Let's see. Like, shut up and draw, Balthazar. There we go. I remember Julian said, I'm listening. This guy told me, draw, Balthazar, draw. Julian says he loves Dr. Danger. Dr. Danger's awesome. Thank you, sir. Andrew Clark says, you have 4 of us on YouTube. Do you see those numbers? I see, right now it says 7. I see the numbers. I have a little eyeball on my screen here. And I think that's a combination of everything. But the weird part is, like, after I'm done here, I go and check all of the sources, all of the places that I'm broadcasting. I have YouTube, then I have 4 places on Facebook, because I have, or maybe it's 3 places. I have my own Facebook page. I call it my Facebook channel. Then I have Art Balthazar, Famous Cartoonist Facebook channel, and then I have the Electric Milk Facebook channel. So I have 3 Facebooks and 1 YouTube. And at the end, I look at them, and they all give me the totals of how many people viewed each one. And the one on my Facebook page, my own personal page, is the one I usually get the most views. because I have the most followers or friends, whatever you want to call it. But I maxed out at 5,000 there. So that's why I had to get a famous cartoonist page, because that's one of the fan page. You just have to like it, and then you could follow it. And same with Electric Milk. So I do see all the views, and a lot of people tag in and tag out and watch it and come back, and there's a lot of replays. So I don't mind it at all, but I always tease. But I'm going to do it anyways. I feel I have to. It feels like good. It feels good. I like the drawing part. Never stop. No, I like a drawing part too, man. I do this because it motivates me to get stuff done too. I like both the talking and the drawing. Thanks, brothers. You guys are awesome. So Eric Holtgren says, oh, yeah, man, just got here. Again, busy at work. It's all right, man. You got to do busy. You got to provide. How are you going to buy Heralds if you can't make the money, you know? That's how I look at it. My kids need shoes and pizza. I bought them pizza yesterday. I bought Jets Pizza. And I only went to Jets Pizza because they advertised during the White Sox games. And I always wanted to try it. And there's one Jets Pizza by my house, but they don't deliver. I'm too far away. So I had to go. I drove there yesterday. I was driving around looking for lights. And so so I drove by and just went in and ordered and brought home pizza. And it was really cool. It's Detroit style deep dish. So whatever Detroit style, but it was quite tasty. It was like thick pizza bread. That's what it tastes like. D. Brad says your drawing show, when it was separate, used to be in the evening, didn't it? Right after work day. Yeah. I used to do that at night. I could probably still do that again, but a lot of times the nighttime guys, there's a lot more activity. Yoko Chips is on there with some guest, and my friend Jamar is on there, and Jason May does a drawing show. So I always feel like I don't want to take away from those guys, but there's been many times where I just think, oh, I'll just do a drawing show at night, but I combine them here. I could still do it at night. You know why? Because I could do whatever I want. I could just go on and just do it all, man. You can do however I feel. Like today, I chose to go on at 1 o'clock instead of 12 because I had things to do. But I thought maybe I'd catch more people too. So congrats, you made it. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, the Chicago Tribune, man. I'm excited about that. Julian says, I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, man, check it out. Check it all out. Sweet. Sweet for art. Let's do a sweet together. You chose wisely, my friend. Choose wisely. And then Eric says, plus Luke lost his hand. Yeah, he should have listened to Yoda and Obi-Wan. Save them you must. Try you can. Sacrifice them if you want to help them fight for to suffer for what they fight for. You got to leave them alone. See, if Luke just stayed back, he would have entered that ring with Vader, a little more powerful. And perhaps he would have crushed his suit. He would have done like he did with those robots. He could have crushed Vader's suit and hurt him. Maybe, right? Bixby says, oh, yeah, man. Vinks is here, too. Yes, my friend. Yes, Vinks. You're a good man, Vinks. Danny says, I love Drew and John. Thanks, brother. I'm working on it, man. Hopefully it'll come out soon. I'm really excited about it. It's issue number 2, volume 2, book 2, whatever. It's a little crazy. It's out there. It's nuts. But I think that's the whole vibe of the comic, that I make a comic book so simple, but then the Patsy, his little sister, starts painting. And she gets paint everywhere, and she's the one creating the chaos, and it blends over in the book, and it's real cool. It's real fun. Eric says, not me, can't stay up late Friday. I work early morning on Saturday, but we get done early. Yeah, man. I know I said something about staying up late Friday. Oh, yeah. That's when I do it. Friday is almost like a free-for-all. And lately, my son's been working. So I'm up late because I have to go pick him up. So if he works till 10 o'clock at night, it usually means I pick him up before 11. because he stops working at 10, but then he has to clean up, restock, and all that stuff. Sweep the floor, whatever he has to do. It's like going in a restaurant. People leave at 9, you lock the door at 9, but you just can't go home. Now you got to clean everything. You got to clean the dishes, straighten up the tables. So that's where he's at right now. But that's okay, I don't mind, because sometimes at night I'll brew a pot of coffee so I can just stay up. Because lately the vampire's been destroyed. I haven't seen the vampire in a little while. And he'll be coming back. Danny says, thanks for the package last week. I really liked the way the Usagi Yojimbo group picture turned out. Thanks, man. Hey, have you ever met Sergio or Stan Sakai? Yeah, I met them several times. I was able to draw with Sergio for a little bit. And I got several hugs from the man. He's awesome. Yeah, we were at a party and we signed the guest book together. And we were drawing Batman and Robin together. And I was so amazed drawing next to Sergio because our arm hair touched. His hand touched mine, or I felt his arm hair on my arm. And when we were drawing, I froze up and he says, what's wrong, my friend? Do I draw too fast for you? And I said, you're the only one who could tell me that, Sergio. And then we started drawing. It was real cool. And he liked my wife, too, because she spoke Spanish. And he started talking to her in Spanish. And he asked her, why is your husband crying? He said, he's just happy to be around you. Oh, okay. So that was pretty cool. And I met Stan Sakai several times, too. But they're both awesome, man. They're both real cool. Vinks, go Chiefs. Oh, Vinks fan. Vinks, Chiefs fan, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, man, my Bears lost right away. They stunk up the place. They didn't know how to play. They didn't know how to catch the ball. They just didn't catch it. It hit them in the chest, and they don't grab the ball. You have to use your hands. You have to use your fingers. You have to grab the ball and then catch it. That's all you have to do. Because I know that I can't do it. Because I don't play football and I don't get paid millions of dollars to catch a ball. But that guy does. So why don't you catch the ball, man? You have one job? Okay, here's the job you have to do. We're going to throw you the ball and you're going to catch it and score a touchdown. You got it? Okay, let's do that. And then he doesn't do that. So I don't understand. They had the Bears had 2 plays that they didn't catch the ball that I could see. There's probably others. And then there was several penalties that allowed the other team to go up 15 yards at a time, and it was nuts, man. I'm not really a big football guy. I do understand the game. I enjoy watching it. I love the playoff games because it's do or die. I like the do or die playoff games. But the Bears stunk it up. And it's always like that last 2 minutes of the game is when the teams start playing real hard. And I always wonder, why don't they play like that from the beginning of the game? Like, why don't they play real hard right away? Why don't they get a big, long lead? Why don't they score 3 touchdowns right away in the first quarter? Why don't they do that? Try real hard right away and then just keep the guys from scoring. So I don't get it, man. Football's weird, but it's a game of chances, I guess. It's a game of who's healthy, who's on fire, who throws the ball, who catches the ball. If you got the best guy, but he can't catch the ball, I don't know what good he is. Why do we need that guy if he can't catch the ball? So I don't know, but I do like it. I like watching the Super Bowl, so we'll see what happens. I like the music. Oh, thanks, Vinks. This is my son's music. He's got a new album coming out Thursday. He's dropping it everywhere. He showed me all of the places. Right now he has a website. It's called gordonbaltazar.wix.com or something. It's a Wix website, but it looks really cool. And he has all the places he's dropping his music. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on iTunes. He's got several places. And, of course, good old-fashioned SoundCloud. SoundCloud will have it. That's where we're listening to right now. I'm listening to SoundCloud. I hear his music coming through my speakers. And Thursday, when I launch my show, I'm going to launch the show with one of his new songs. We're going to hear the song in its entirety. Then I'm going to say, let's do this. And we're going to hear boom, boom, boom. We're going to hear the, oh, yeah, The Oh Yeah, Famous Cartoonist Draws Things theme song. And then we're going to do that every day because he's got five new songs, he said. So we're going to listen to them and then hit it. It's going to be cool. Swig for Danger. Woohoo! I like Swigging for Danger. Let's see. Let's get back to the drawing. Let me see how much more this page needs. If it needs anything. I think it's pretty good. I might add some, let's see what I did over here. Let me see what I did. Maybe I'll add some text on the bottom. Watch. Not text, but texture. Yeah, texture. Because text means using your phone, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Things of that nature. So I might do this. I don't like that. Messed up. I colored over something. There we go. That, like that. There you go. See, just a little texture. Just a little border kind of thing. There you go. Nice. This page is complete. I'm going to add a little bit of right here. So it looks so simple, but it does take a little bit to get these pages done, to make them look right. Save. I'm going to upload this too. It's going to be complete. Boom Studios will see. Man, Artie's been working. These pages are coming in. We're getting at least 2 a day. That means he will finish in approximately 20 days. Maybe more. If I did 3 a day, that would be even better. All right. And let's see. Let us see what we have next. I got this one. This is pretty cool because he's look at right here. Purple, you say? Ah! Look at, he's all purple. He's evil. Dr. Danger has been merged with the purple background. This is bad for our heroes. Bad, bad, I tell you. All right, I see what I did. I'm going to go with, I'm supporting my decision. The future is now mine. The future is in my hands. The destiny, if you will. Rush to save them you can. Help them you might. But if you fail, you will have sacrificed all of what they fought and suffered for. Do you want that on your conscience? We would have got it done if it wasn't for you, Skywalker. I hear that all the time, except for Baltazar. My book would have came out on time if it wasn't for you, Baltazar. I'd have a career in comics if it wasn't for you, Baltazar. See? faced with all of these things. Can't let those people bring you down. It's your fault, Balthazar. Wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I swear. I'm trying. Just a simple man trying to make his way through the universe. Jango Fett had it right, man. Jango and Boba. Jango got all his stuff from his dad. It's kind of like what we do. You got to stay home. Don't move out. Eat the food that's in your parents' fridge. You use their air conditioning and their heat. Don't go out in the world. Are you crazy? There's nothing out there but craziness. People don't care. Just remember, nobody cares about you out there. Nobody. You're like, wow, famous cartoonist really bitter. Am I bitter? I don't think so, my friends. It's called living life. Living life and then learn. Living and learning. See, I'm going to try and make him fit on here a little better. See, the line, the border line is messing me up. Borderline. The border is making me, the line behind him. See, the white, not the white, the black line was setting him off in a different angle. It's drawing my eye, creating a tangent, if you will. See, that's a little better. See, I like this because this shows you the size. Like you got our heroes who are right in the center. They're little right here. But then next to them, you got the next biggest guy is Engelbert, is the lizard. Then you got Dr. Danger, who's real big. Dr. Danger is awesome. I should make a t-shirt of this page. Imagine that on a t-shirt right here. That'd be cool, right? Corporal, you say? Just like this, no changes. That would be fun. You never know, man. You never know. What's he going to do next, man? You don't know what you're doing, Balthazar. I want to congratulate everybody for subscribing to the Aya Comics YouTube page, because we have now over 800 followers, subscribers, if you will. And just about a month ago, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months ago, we only had about 500 or something. So we grew pretty rapidly. It's a slow climb, but it's working. I got to open up a page with Drew's colors. Is he on here? No, he's not on here. So I want to thank everybody for that. That's pretty cool. Now, I don't know how to get subscribers, and which means that we're homegrown. We're grassroots, and it's just means to me that everyone who subscribed has visited our channel, which is cool. I will take that every time and all the time. All right, I need this page because this page has. Vink says, I hope your boy gets paid. He said he will. He said he gets, that's the goal. He said he gets a certain amount of money per download or something. So yeah, it'll be like any online thing where you get so much money. Right now I'm getting a little bit of money from multiple websites, but it's more like lunch money. So hopefully it'll be enough for him to quit his job, but I doubt that. But we'll see. My guy is a little entrepreneur, and he's happy. I'm proud of him. He's doing his thing. But that's all you can do. right now in this day and age, people have opportunity to make things and put things out there online, and you don't necessarily need to wait for anybody. You don't need to wait for the big Hollywood producer to give you a contract. You can just make your own movie. And that's what I really like about it. There's a lot of things you can just make your own thing. You want to make a comic? You don't need a publisher. Just make your own book. Just print it yourself. You can do a lot of things yourself. You don't need to wait for anyone else. That's what I really like. There's opportunity out there. And especially with online stuff, you could go straight to digital first until of course things take off and you raise money through that. And you can do crowdfund campaigns. There's a lot of ways to make some money. So if you're relying on one source, that is where you fail. So you have to make sure that you have multiple irons in the fire. You just control the flame, you know? Spin those plates. Spin those plates, circus monkey, whatever. I don't know if monkeys spin plates. Someone's spinning plates. Just got to keep everything going. Because the moment you neglect one thing, it stops. And even my son, we were talking about that, is online presence is everything. And you just have to keep yourself online. Because the moment you stop, people don't care. They care for it first, like, hey, where'd he go? And then they move on to the next thing. Disney Plus knows that too. With, a lot of people are watching Mandalorian. We have to put another thing out there, put WandaVision out there. People will watch WandaVision. So that's it's the name of the game. Like we did a podcast last night. It was really fun. And I like the podcast too because it's with the guys. And this show that I do here is just me saying whatever I want to say. I don't get interrupted by anyone or trying to talk to real people around the dinner table. Sometimes you got to give everyone their fair share. But on here, I'm the only guy here talking. So it's kind of cool. I never thought I would get, like, what's this show, 87 or 86? I never thought I would get this far into the high-end numbers, but it's kind of cool. And I know my man Vince knows too because he does his music show every day. Sometimes twice a day I see. But it's just fun. It's just fun to do this stuff. It's part of the creative process, of course. But then it's also because we don't leave the house. So it's a bunch of different factors. A bunch of different things are leading to this moment, if you will. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stop trying to tell us and just do it, Balthazar. I know, man, you guys are harsh. See, these pages are cool. I wonder if the publishers will get mad because I'm revealing. I don't think so. This leads to sales. See, check this. Check out this background. This background I'm putting here is actually my basement floor. Check it out. I'll put it up close. This is actually the floor of my art studio. I took a photo and I enhanced it a little bit. I made it more less concrete color. As you can see, a little closer. Look a little close. See, that's actually that's my floor in my art studio. I adjusted the color so it would print better. Because sometimes photographs have an underlying tone of like red. So I had to enhance it a little bit. And now I use it for a background. See that? For the evil background. The evil guy came in here and took control. And I add some of this. I add all these colors to it. This subdues it a little more. It subdues it, but it also makes it awesome. So I already adjusted all of the colors. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to bring them in. So there's multiple paint layers on this page, which is really nuts. It's really cool looking though. And they're all subtle enough where all they do is add a little bit of color here and there. And it's just something that I really like. Okay, let me see what this does. What is this doing? Oh, I have to finish this page still. This is not done. I still have to finish this page. So you can't quite see it. I need to pop out some of the colors more because I want him to be purple, but he's coming out of the purple background, and it's almost like he's part of it. See him? Ah! So that's what's happening here. So let me get rid of the guys and get rid of the background. And you can see the colors. You can see the colors, you see. I'll put this up here. See, look at how it looks. That's cool, right? I like how that looks a lot. That's just a cool page, just the effects alone. And I add the characters to it. And just add they're on top of that. So that's cool. We get it, Balthazar. So this book is real experimental, and it's unlike any other comic book that I've ever made. It's just I don't know how to describe it. It's just I'm trying to draw like a kid, and I'm trying to show that anything could happen in a comic. Like, if I want to do something in a comic book, it could happen. I don't have to stick to any rules. The characters are in here as themselves, and they're adapting to what's happening around them. So it's kind of cool. I think so. I just got to make sure that you could read and see the characters. That's the toughest part. Because sometimes these textures overwhelm. But I don't want the characters to look solid. I want them to look like crayon. Like this guy's cool, this dragon. This lizard guy. My daughter drew him when she was a little kid. She was about 3 or 4. And the kids always take my sketchbooks and they draw them. My son took all my sketchbook once and scribbled all over my drawings. But I still have them, and I still use them for my style guide. I used them in a pitch once, and I pitched the characters to the company that I was at a pitch meeting with, and I just took the characters I drew with his scribbles on there, and I said, "Oh, and here's the characters," and they're like, "What happened to them?" I said, "Oh, my son got to my drawings, and this is what they look like now." So they actually liked it. But I'm like, why am I gonna fool anybody? I'm gonna show if you're at a pitch meeting with me, you're getting what I pitched to you, and also you're getting me. So I'm not gonna pretend to be someone I'm not. If I make a real hurt and bad joke, then well, I'm sorry, that's just the way my humor is. So that's kind of how a lot of my pitch meetings go. And if they don't like it, or if they compare it to something else, like that's fine. I just leave. I always look at pitch meetings like I'm there to meet you, and if nothing happens from it besides just us meeting each other, that's fine. And that's usually what happens with a lot of these pitch meetings. So it happens anyway to me. Happens to me, man. But I learned there's a lot of things that go on in Hollywood that start out hot, and then people lose interest and the buzz goes away. So I'm a big fan of doing it. You're doing it yourself. Just do your own thing. You do it your own way, do it yourself, the buzz never goes away. You always have it. You can control your own buzz. You can control your feed. If people don't like your stuff, well, they can tune in another time or wait to see what you do next. You know? And sometimes, like, you can work on a character, your own character, depending on how successful you are. You could have some mini success. You could start out with a web comic and have, like, it's a little bit like the show. You could have three guys watching. Or I look at other YouTube videos and they go on for 5 seconds and they got 64,000 views. You know, stuff like that can happen. Or you could get little minimal subscribers, but then that alone will motivate you enough to keep doing it and do another show. That's kind of how I am with Famous Cartoonist Says Things. I like it. I get to just say stuff. I get to draw every day, but I see the rewards though. Like, I see people writing to me and I see people ordering my books from my website. And I know that if I didn't do the shows, I wouldn't have sold those 3 books, you know? I wouldn't have changed that person's life. So it's kind of cool. That's how I look at it. There's somebody out there in the world who needs this show. And I'm like, I'm there for you, man. I will do a show today just for you. Hey, man. You know what I mean? You're inspirational, Baltazar. Now get to work. I hear you, man. I hear you. See, the characters are starting to pop out a little bit. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Because I use this background texture, right? You may have seen. I'm going to get rid of all the backgrounds. Watch. See, it's just this crayon. And if you look close, I highlight the crayon. See, I highlight it and draw over it. So there's a lot of spots missing. So what I'll do now is, to fill in some of these spots, I'm going to rotate this, flip it. See, now I'll flip that crayon and do it again. Color it again, if you will. Twice. Coloring things twice. You're doing double work, Baltazar. So it's the way it works. I invented this process. I invented it. So now, when I click on this again, similar and inverse it so I can have all of the negative space. I'll go back and color all the stuff I missed. Watch. It's kind of cool. So I'll grab this yellow again. See, look at that. It won't get everything, but it'll get enough where it gets all the stuff I missed. It'll make it a little solid, but not quite all the way solid. See, this is almost too much. But he's a big character. And then I'll get over here. See, this is working. But it still looks like crayon, see? But he's covering up. The background's so dark and ominous. It's ominous, the background. It's so dark and foreboding. And it's so powerful. Most powerful Jedi. It's so powerful that I need to have a lighter color over a darker color for it to show up. Makes sense, right? Shut up and draw, Baltazar. Stop schooling me. See, so I'm just gonna color this. See, I pull it up a little bit because the dark background will mask my colors. Will hide them, if you will. No one's hiding anything, Baltazar. See, just tell us the truth. See, like that. Miss some of his body here. Oh, see, I don't even get it. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. It's like a Kit Kat. Isn't that Kit Kat? Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. I know there was a candy bar who did that. I don't know your trivia, Baltazar. I don't know why I watch you anyway. There are other things on TV. There are other things on the internet. There are other things on Facebook right now. But I'm very grateful that everyone watching here today is watching me, is hanging out with me. I'm Famous Cartoonist Says Things on Facebook. Famous Cartoonist Says Things on YouTube. Famous Cartoonist Says Things on the internet. So it's fun. You don't have to apologize, Baltazar. I'm not apologizing. Man, that critic is harsh, man. I don't know why he hates me so much. Sounds like a gym coach. I think I told the story about the gym coach who wanted to fight me, wanted to beat me up. That's it. It's outside Chicago High School, man. I don't normally reminisce about high school. But maybe it's because my kids are there now. My daughter's a freshman and my son's a senior. He starts next week. She goes this week. She goes to school this week, just a few days a week. And they're calling it hybrid learning. And to me, hybrid, being the comic book guy, sci-fi guy and all that, hybrid to me feels like an experiment, like a something squishy and wet in a jar. So it's a hybrid learning. Ew, don't get it on me, man. Keep that away from me, man. So I don't know, hybrid, or it's almost like a sandwich. I don't know, hybrid sandwich. It's a hybrid between macaroni and the Veggie Tales. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that different words give you different images, even though that's not what they mean. It's not what they mean to do. But they do they? Oh, you do you? I hate your puns, Baltazar. Just do your work. You know, man, you guys are rough. A critic could also be my editor. I don't know. I'm not your editor, Baltazar. See? Imagine a Jiminy Cricket talked that way to Pinocchio. Listen to your dad, Pinocchio. You know? Go home now, Pinocchio. He hangs out with those donkey boys. Then he hang out with the donkey boys, and he becomes a donkey. Man, that could be taken politically now, right? Shut up and draw, Baltazar. I know. Look at that. See that? It pops him out pretty good. I like that now. See, look, he's talking to him. Very good, very good. Now I'm going to choose. I made a brush here that is kind of like a textured brush. It's very low, but it's cool. See, the texture is like this. See how that looks? But I'm not going to use that. Oh, I did too much. I just was just showing you what it does. But let's see. I want to kind of give an outline around this guy because he's getting a little lost in his background. I'll give him a little bit of an outline. See that? Just to make it look. He's popping out a bit. That's too much, Baltazar. It's not too much. Let's see. See, popping out a little bit. from the background just to make it look like otherwise he gets lost. See, watch. See, there he is. You can see him a little better. I'm gonna put one around his buddy too. Just a little bit. Just like this. This background is jazzed up, man. It's funky. Vince will like this page. I might print this out and send it to him. Mail to France. He's at the Cannes Film Festival right now, I believe. That's where he lives. We could all take a road trip to go see Vince. Bring him the new CD of Gordon Balthazar's latest music. We could sit there, have a cup of sherry, bring some Heralds, have a good time. I miss my brother. So you got cut right here. See, there's a cut. What is that from? I don't know why he's cut. See it? That's a mistake from someplace else. But I'm going to leave that on there. Because then it'll look like the kids cut and pasted them on, you know? I'm even going to put an outline around this guy a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it looks cool. Yeah, a little bit like this. Just a little bit around these letters so you can see them. This is a long stream already, isn't it? 2 hours, almost. But I'm still fresh. I had coffee today. There was a little bit of Bailey's Irish cream in my coffee today. What happens usually is I drink coffee, and then if I don't finish the cup, I'll just put it on the counter. And then all day long, I'll just go back into it, refill it. And at night, I'll let my coffee just sit. And usually in the morning, if there's a lot of coffee on there, I'll reheat it. I'll take the floaters out of there with a spoon. Sometimes things land in there. But or I'll dump it out and wash it. But today, there was a lot of coffee in there. So I'm just going to reheat it. Because it's like camping. You get a bug in your coffee, just throw it out, you drink it. I had a lot of bugs in my coffee and in my drinks. I had paint in my drinks throughout my life. And I'm still good. So that's what happened today. I had almost a full cup of coffee because last night after dinner, I had some coffee because we went on the Oh Yeah podcast. So today when I added more coffee in there, mixed it up, took out the floaters, and then I started drinking it and I realized, hey man, I think there's some Bailey's Irish cream still left in here. But it wasn't enough to get me crazy wacky, but it was enough to give me a sweet flavor sensation. That's why when I upload this to YouTube, I said it's not for kids. It's not anything bad. It's just I'd rather have it be all ages. All age comics to me means everybody, not just kids. So how about you like that? Does that look pretty cool? We already know you, man. That's what he's saying. We already know you, man. How'd this happen, Danger? Where is the phenomenally super awesome, bombastic, fantastic? Where is she? We know she's here. Tell us. Tell us, where is she? Tell us where she is. I had to figure out how she escapes because right now I have a lot of characters in who are taken away from the actions of the main characters. I have to do something with her and Prince. Maybe she becomes one with Prince. Maybe they become one. He turns her purple, maybe. Because right now she's in a paint bubble. I don't know if I have that page here. She's in a paint bubble. Let me see. No. 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 No, it's not open. She's in a paint bubble. She's in a paint bubble, man. Is this it? No, I have to finish that page. So this page looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks. See, look at all the sides. The colors on the sides are real cool. People are going to wonder, how'd you do that? How did you get all that effect? And what I did was I actually scanned real paint. I didn't draw it. I actually took photos. I took photos of paint. I put, I have a black board. It was a black piece of cardboard. And I splattered white paint on it. And then I scanned it. I took a photo of it. Then I scanned it and desaturized it, whatever, contrasted it, and it was really bright. It was real contrasty, black and white, real good. And then I started changing the colors. So as you can see here, that's what these, let's see where it is. That's what this is right here. This orange spot used to be a white paint on a black paper. The same way. So I just did that. There's techniques, man. I have to invent stuff. It's like George Lucas does. He wants the Millennium Falcon to fly through Bespin, Cloud City. He has to figure out how to do that. Nobody's going to show you. So that's what's kind of cool about this. I like it. I'm going to save this. I like it. I like it. Save as. I forget you guys can't see my other screen. It says saved as. Saved as. I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna read it while I'm drawing here. Oh, excuse me. I have a scratchy throat. Now it's time to swing. Oh yeah, that felt good. Shifting in the chair. Gonna read some comments. Bixby says, Gordon Baltazar, famous musician. He's getting there. You just gotta be consistent. You gotta keep making stuff. You can't do one song, one comic book, and expect to be a millionaire. You gotta keep going. Keep doing it. It's a lot of hard work. Mark Spencer's here. All right. I've been wondering about Disney was going to post their Marvel movie blitz. Oh, post movie blitz. A lot of momentum was built up, and then all of a sudden the story arc was over. Right. With Marvel too, it was that Endgame movie. To me, for me, that movie ended all superhero movies for me. I didn't have to go see another superhero movie. That movie did everything it needed to do for a superhero movie. The climax was so great. All the guys were on screen. They all fought. All the good guys, all the bad guys, everyone from every movie. And it was kind of like, I don't need to watch superheroes anymore. I know they made another Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen any of the new Spider-Mans. I need to watch them. But it's weird because I saw Spider-Man already. I saw Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. And that built up into the new Marvel Universe. And then the Marvel Infinity Wars, and Endgame. And that was enough for me. It ended. I don't need to watch anymore. And it's this Vision movie and Wanda's pretty cool because it is different. It's characters we know. I'm enjoying it because it's short and it's not epic thus far. But I have a feeling that the WandaVision show is going to get so dark. I have a feeling that this is going to be the darkest, most evil show that Marvel's ever going to reproduce. That's ever going to produce. That's my theory of it. I think it's going to be so dark and evil and nasty because they're going. Seems like they're going through the decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So if there's 10 episodes, you get that it's starting in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. 90s will give you 5 episodes, and then 2000s, and then 2010s. And then you only have, by the time they get to 8 episodes, if you still have 2 more to go, that's the last 2 weeks would have to be future. So if they're going to start losing it probably by episode 5, I think, which will be cool. I'm really curious of where WandaVision's going. And I hope it turns dark and evil, and I hope Mephisto shows up. I hope all of these things happen. I'm getting ad pop-ups right now, guys. All right, I had to get rid of that. You still see me? Good. Okay, good. I had to minimize myself. Let's see what this guy says. Mark Spencer. Mark Spencer Brown, all of the spilled paint actually has value. Yeah, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool technique I like. I just stumbled in this. I wanted everything to look cool. I wanted everything to make sense to the story, because the story is filled with paint. Paint is what's taking over this book. Kevin Bixby says, I get 15 to 20 people that react to my Instagram drawings, and I feel like I'm a famous cartoonist. It drives you. Yeah, it does. And when you could see your followers go up, especially if you're looking at your phone and looking at it and you refresh and then you get 2 more followers, that's really cool. It is fun, man. It keeps you going. And all you can do every day is get more. And it's always hard to get the early followers and early subscribers. But once you start getting more and more, and then they grow faster the more you get. Like, it took us forever to get 500 subscribers on YouTube. Now yesterday was 802. So I'm curious what it is today. I'm not one of the guys who keeps watching it, but if I do, I guess I am one of the guys who keeps watching it, but I don't let it discourage me or bring me down. I just do it for like a gauge. Like, where are we now? Kind of like that. But it's fun, man. It's real fun, man. Mark Spencer Reynolds says, I've always loved all your comics, the styling, the stories, and the presentation. Love your live events. You are inspiration. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, man. I try, man. I try to do my best for the good and God of the country. I just do my best. I do whatever I can, man, and this is all I know how to do. So I'm just grateful that I could do this. Swig for you guys. And I try to make my show a little better at a time. Like, I discovered how to put this background on there now with the stars. I'm learning things as I go. And like I said yesterday, if you look back at my first episode of Famous Cartoonist Says Things, you probably see I came a long way. My next thing is I'm going to get a new webcam. I want to get a webcam and I want to get a microphone. Because right now everything you're hearing is going in this little box. The box is only about 2 inches, 3 inches tall. So I think I want to get a real good camera. I need to get a camera that I could go in it and adjust things. Because this camera, the computer doesn't even know what I have. All I could do to this camera is turn it on and off. But I can't get in there and adjust. But it works though. But I know if I get a better microphone, you guys will hear me better and cleaner and crisper. But I'm trying, man. But thank you, Eric Spencer. You're awesome. D. Brad says, you have definitely reignited my creativity to make my own comic. Currently, I'm writing the thumbnails in a sketchbook. I'm always happy to watch your shows. Thanks, brother. Yeah, that's all you can do. My friend Patrick Scullin, years ago when I first met him, I met him in San Diego, and he showed me his portfolio. And he just came from a portfolio review. Marvel or DC. It was with a big company. And they proceeded to destroy him and tell him to go back to school and all this stuff. So he was talking to me, and I told him, let me see your portfolio. I looked at it, and it was real cartoony, and he had his own style. Like, for a cartoonist, you can't tell a cartoonist. It's hard to judge who's a better cartoonist. That's what I'm saying. Because there's such a variety of cartooning in the Sunday newspaper. Every comic strip looks different. Every cartoon looks different. Even if you look on Cartoon Network, some cartoons have the same style, but there's a lot of different ways to draw a cartoon. You have the Peanuts, and then you have SpongeBob. You have Dora the Explorer, and then you have Steven's Universe. They're all different looking. Then you have Super Friends, you have Thundercats, you have Batman animated series. You have all of these different styles of art. But with superheroes, they all have to look a certain way. So with my friend, I looked at his portfolio, and it was comic strip art, like panels, like Sunday newspaper strip art. And I told him, stop showing your portfolio to portfolio reviews. Don't do it anymore. Just stop. Don't do it. Because he was real down in the dumps. And I said, it's obvious you're a cartoonist and you want to draw comics. And I said, just make your comic. And that's exactly what Bob Harris told me when I was starting out. So why are you trying to make a comic like these guys? Just do your own book. And I told him too, which sobered him up, was like, nobody's going to hire you. He's like, nobody? I go, no one's ever going to hire you. Just make your own comic and have fun. And ever since then, he's still making comics. And Super Siblings is his comic, and it's actually on our Comixology site. So he's got like the first 2 issues up there. But he's been making comics. He's been making strips. He's been making artwork. And he told me, now he's one of my real good friends. And he told me that if he didn't talk to me that day, he would quit, went home. I was like, you don't have to draw Batman or Spider-Man. Just do your own book. You don't have to be you don't have to be the lead singer in the Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever. Just do your own, make your own band, you know? And that's the best way, especially now with the internet. So yeah, man, do your own books. If your books are not, if you're not as good as other people, you only get better the more you do it. Like if you say, oh, one day I want to learn guitar, but you never pick up the guitar, how are you ever going to learn? How are you ever going to get better? So that's why you just got to make your own comic. Just got to make stuff. Almond Joy and Moms used to sometimes feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Oh, what was I saying? Kit Kat? Sometimes I feel like that with Kit Kat. Julian says, Lopez says, love it. Heck yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Bixby says, that was the best part of the COVID year. I went from 70 followers to 250. Yeah, a lot of people are just chilling, man. They're just chilling. They're online looking at stuff. And lots of people's attention went to live streams. And the cool part about that is because if you turn on TV, if you watch real TV, like you watch Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, anyone else named Jimmy who has a TV show, you watch all these shows, they're doing live streams. Like I would watch Wendy Williams and The Real. That's where I come on, right after Wendy and The Real. That's where Famous Cartoonist comes on. But if you watch The Real, my favorite part of The Real show is when it starts and all the ladies come walking down the stairs. And I'm like, yeah. And now they don't do that because they're at home on Zoom calls. And I'm like, man, these talk shows look like what we can do here. But they don't have my artwork on the show. So I'm like, man, this is a ripoff. It feels like even Ellen, she's sitting in her studio, but she's interviewing people with Zoom calls. And even on New Year's Eve, I was watching a show where George Clooney was the guest, and I'm like, oh, cool, I want to watch George Clooney. But if the guest, even big star like George Clooney, who looks handsome, you know, I thought I was looking at myself. But if you watch George Clooney, and he's going off of his $100 laptop, and his camera's like dusty or not clear, you're not going to get a good image of George Clooney. And if you sit too close, you get all fish-eyed, like your face gets fish-eyed. So that's kind of what he looked like. He had a skinny chin. I'm like, oh man, I wish they had better camera and better thing. Like, but sometimes people, that's what they have. They go off of their laptop camera, which is fine, but that seems to be just the normal thing. But what I'm saying is, like, if I'm watching something on NBC with George Clooney and his laptop camera looks like everyone else on Facebook and YouTube's live streams, why wouldn't that be what we can do? Like, it's all equal. It's all equal. Like, the entertainment looks the same everywhere. It's all live streams, but no one else is drawing. You don't see Jimmy Kimmel drawing. He might have had George Clooney, so he beat me out there. But we'll get George Clooney one day. I could get George Clooney on my show. I might bring him in right now. Should I bring in George Clooney? You guys want to see George Clooney? I think you do. I got him here. He's in my props. So it's kind of even though Jimmy Kimmel wants George Clooney, well, we're getting him right on the show today. We're bringing him in. See? There he is. Now famous cartoonist draws things. And we have Mr. Clooney live on the show in beautiful glory. Look at how beautiful this man is. He's a handsome fella. Look at his sweet eyes. Look at, we're going to get him closer. Look at him. George. Hey, George. How's it going? So that's how you know you're doing all right, when you could have George Clooney on your show. You know? Let's see what you guys are saying. I don't know what's going on. Bixby says, it was the drive provided by the famous cartoonist. Oh, thanks, man. And me, it's like, I do this so I could stay relevant, stay sane, feel like I'm doing something. But I got to do this. I got to draw anyway, but that's cool. Look at Drew and John. Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to draw the rest of this. Let's see. Let's see what happens. What do I have to? I have to finish this page. Should I finish or take a break? I have to do this one. That's it. I'm going to do this guy next. I think that's good. I'm going to come back to this at another time. I just saved it because it looked like I manipulated something. You guys want to see George again? I know you do. There he is. What's happening, George? George is awesome. Swig. Swig for you guys. So yesterday I did a show with a green screen. So I'm going to add my green screen, but when I add my green screen, it turns my face. It turns it red. So right now my face looks a little more natural color. So hopefully, I ordered some lights. So hopefully I'll get the lights on the 21st. It said they're coming. So I'll probably put some lights. I'll put the green screen. Because I don't like to do a green screen where I look like I'm burning with Mephisto. But you guys are awesome. D. Brad says, I have to go teach art class now. Oh, thanks for coming, D. Brad. And do your thing, man. Do your thing. Do what you must do. Do everything you must do with your students. Teach them the ways of the Force. Young Jedi. I'm going to put Drew and Jot up here. Boom. Teach them the young ways of the Force. Do your thing. Swig for everybody. Now you can see the bottom that has the Warner Brothers store. Warner Brothers Studio store on the bottom. I don't know if it, oh, it's 1998. It says 1999 on the bottom. So that's when I bought this, 1999. So I had this for, what's it? 2009, 2019, 21 years. This cup is older than my children. It's older than my marriage. So when my wife married me, she got me, the lamp, and the cup. That's all I had to do. That's all I had for her. It's like I could bring furniture, honey. That's about all I have. But I am going to take a break now. I got this. I have to finish the Flash. I got notes on my Flash book. I have to draw a few cold guns that are not guns because it has to look like a cold weapon. It is a weapon of Captain Cold's choice to freeze things with his yellow and pink device. You guys are awesome. Remember, man, thanks you guys. I want to thank everybody for watching me. It's real cool that you guys watch me. I get to draw and make things and talk about stuff for a little while. But I will do this again. I'll probably do this tomorrow. And in the meantime, no fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. Wake up and do things that make you happy. You guys are awesome. I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.